So there is plenty of secrets that women keep from men. There's plenty of things that y'all will be like, if I try it, it might not work. And if you do, you will get the results. So in this video, I'm going to be basically doing a recap of a few things from different videos. But the main thing is the one thing that you have to be saying to a woman. And also, this is going to be to start up a new series. It might be, secrets. Women don't tell you this. I've already done videos of like lies and secrets that women do go ahead and keep, and lies that they don't or they do tell. And so if you do want certain types of videos, let me know. If you know the number one secret to go ahead and get women to act right, and there's more than one in general, but I feel like if we're talking about different certain situations, and I'll break it down in a second, then you'll understand more of what I'm saying. So let me just backtrack a little bit. If you do know the number one way to go ahead and get your way with women, to go ahead and get her to even, let's say, haven't said it in a long time, but to submit, act right, to even get her to chase you and want to do more because the interest is so high because of how could he do this, and I'm kind of giving it away, go ahead and drop it right now. In the meantime, I have one more question and then we'll get right into it. But remember, you still got to give me a big thumbs up because it helps your girl so much and I appreciate it. So the other question is that, do you find that still no matter what, woman will still be complicated? So no matter what you said, you might know what I'm talking about, what you got to do. You might know different ways to go about it, and it has worked on some women but hasn't worked on others. So if you know from your own experience, let it be known that, hey, this, and I'll say it now so I don't have to make y'all wait so long, but that word is, I'm giving you a second to type it in. Okay, you did it? You don't think you know it? Just put something. Okay, that's enough time. So the number one word is, of course, N-O, the big no. Yes, it's such a small word, but it's such a powerful thing. I haven't even done the power of walking away in a little bit, and I gotta do that video to do like a recap and cover other stuff. But about that action where you walk away, it's attached to you saying no, because you ultimately, let's say when you say no, is you're saying no to the situation in an action form. So when you start walking away, you've decided and made up your mind that there's clearly a reason why you do not want to be attached or involved in the situation any longer. So that simply means that there's a reason why you have to walk away. There's a reason why there's nothing there. And all of that is obviously now, I hope this is starting to make more sense to y'all, or completely make sense, that all of it now has to come down to the woman that you've been choosing needed to hear the no in order for her to realize that she's losing you for good. In order for her to realize that there is none of this back and forth. And also, like, simply giving her or letting her even have her way all the time, it speaks a lot of volume on you, because a lot of times I've seen comments and even people during consultations speak on how you might have given her easier time, made things work out, and then simply it goes back to regular or mind games or not understanding or secrecy or just things that is just going against you and feeling like you're being led on. So the reality check has to still come in for you, because sometimes it might hurt you to say no. And then sometimes for some of y'all, it might hurt for you to be like, well, I feel like I'm pushing her away, or there's a risk that I might not get her back. And that has to be something that you have to decide, that when you're saying no, whether it's to an answer that she's giving you and wants an answer, or to the whole relationship in general, the whole situationship, entanglement, few months, whatever you want to call what you have, when you've decided that, it's actually making up your mind. That's why when it comes down to blocking, I always tell y'all, you don't need a block, because why block if you, for one, know you're not going to be keeping it like that. Like literally, I want to say 90% of the people I've spoken to have told me how they blocked to end up unblocking, or the person, and probably even 95 honestly, or the person that they blocked ended up unblocking them. That's just how it goes. When you get in your feelings, when you get worked up, you go ahead and do something that you feel like is powerful or it makes you feel some sort of relief at the end, and it just backfires because now you're maybe wondering, now you feel like you're not getting the results, or you did it to prove a point that either worked or did not work. My point is that it's just probably not going to be worth it, or it doesn't really make sense to keep doing it. And oftentimes it builds up a toxic habit. So that's just one thing right there. To even backtrack to just simply now you deciding altogether that you have to choose to say this answer, it does mean that you have to be in a good headspace where you are not too, let's say, inclined to go ahead and change your decision. So it's not going to be just blocking. If you decide to say no and decide that, okay, it needs to happen because this woman's been like this, or you want her to be differently, you have to understand it holds no power and no weight if you haven't allowed it to. And before I even continue on, if you still haven't given this video a big thumbs up, go ahead and do so. If you want a part 2, let me know. And of course, if you want to go ahead and get on the line, talk about what's going on with you, your exact situation, I'm here to listen to that. I can help you out with whatever it is, and definitely could be about anything. So it doesn't have to be in particular where it comes down to women, dating, all that. It could be whatever it is that you want to discuss, okay? And obviously it's confidential. And then don't forget about my other links. Y'all know, because I tell y'all, especially who watch my video all the time, so just to like give you a little heads up, or I guess clarity, or summing it up, there's just a lot of different resources. You got to find what works for you, and some of them are ebooks, some of them are master classes, some of them are affirmations that I recorded in my voice. So just in advance, thank y'all for everybody that did purchase. So let's just backtrack so I can close off this video with just telling you how much weight and power no can have if you allow it to. So when you decide not to look back, that could be one way of going about it after you made up your mind, or when you decide that you're saying it and they have to show you a reason why you've changed your mind, or not necessarily you have to change your mind, but there could be something else you guys can do that's going to actually cause good progress. At that point, you have to remember that that decision makes sense to make. You're not just doing it out of fear of losing them, or just emotions that are getting the best of you, but it's not going to give you the results that is what you need for yourself, especially when you've already made so much progress. So I will bring this back up because I definitely want to dive more into how it does really work and certain stuff that you just got to be focused on. So I hope this was helpful. If there's other things that you want to mention or any comments, concerns you have, drop it down below. Don't forget about all the explicit and exclusive content on Patreon and YouTube membership, and a whole lot that you'll never see on here on there. And don't forget about the other links. That's it for this video.
Could be about anything, self-improvement, back to dating. Consultations are available for that. Book your consultation. Let's get on the line and talk about what's going on with you. Click that link after this video.
Sleep affirmations so you could become that powerful man, and it is recorded in my voice, and I give you the strongest affirmations to overall become that man and subconsciously become powerful. So let's get into these books. Get a track woman you want and get her to miss you, along with secrets to winning her over, and it tells you about cold approaching. It tells you my personal stories, and if you're trying to up your game in the dating game, these books are going to be perfect for that, and you could get it all in a bundle deal. Make sure you click the link down below.
Self-improving in the process. This is so serious. This is why I have a whole no contact guide and journal available. Y'all could go ahead and purchase it. If you need somewhere to start off, then you need all the breakdowns, all the insight, the information, and I have structure in there, help you, prompts, things that will tell you you got this, but it'll give you also reasons why. And I have stories in there that tells you why no contact has worked for people, all types of stuff. It's so detailed, y'all. That's how much information I made sure to put in there. Step up no contact, or if you need somewhere to start and you need something to help you, this is like me guiding you as you go through no contact. That's how I customized it for y'all. So you can check that out by clicking the link down below. See what you could do with no contact, how far you could do it. Just learn everything, have the guidance, and accountability partner. Although I'm not actually there, you'll feel that sense from this journal and guide.